Yo, I just wanted to create this video. See, in today's climate, there's a lot going on. There's black lives that don't feel like they matter. And they do. Black people don't need white people to save them, but they do need them to stand in solidarity with them. Marching with them. Showing the government, showing the population that this shit ain't okay. At all. That being said, I first would like to tell all my brothers and sisters, white, black, Hispanic, Jewish, Muslim, Catholic, Christian, atheists, that I stand with them hard. You know, I've been out here all week, well, last week and yesterday, marching. And I do see a lot of Caucasian people out there marching, which is fantastic. But there's not a lot of Caucasian people speaking. And that is a problem. A lot of people out here for some cool Instagram photos to go live on their Facebook. I try to explain to everybody, including my kids, that marching, signs, that's, hey, world, look at me. And the world is watching. So with the attention that we have received, while everybody is looking, while everybody is caring, while everybody gives a fuck, what are you going to do with that attention? You see? Are you going to fight for police reform? Are you going to write your governor, your senators? What are you going to do with the attention you are receiving? That, my friends, is the problem. I would like to invoke every Caucasian person listening to me. Don't just march and hold fucking signs, man. Get up, speak, show your true solidarity. It makes me so upset, this world today, how fucked up and jacked up it is, and the system works perfectly for white people, as it was designed to do. That needs to change, and it needs to change now. There are too many blacks, Hispanics being hunted down in the street and lynched on camera, while those who lynch them smile, knowing they're being recorded, and still do it. There is a problem with that. And if you can't see that, there is something wrong with your humanity. I am almost 40 years old, so I'm not fighting for my generation. I am fighting for my kids' generation, the next generation. I always say when I speak out loud that my white daughter should not feel ashamed and should not feel like this shit is all her fault. And my mixed daughter and my mixed son should not feel like they aren't worth anything because the world will tell them they are not. This is a worldwide problem. And how the world got stuck in this machine. This machine that runs well oiled every goddamn day. This machine that eats people up and spits them out and doesn't care. This machine that has everybody standing with their iPhones watching and listening and not doing shit. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me a goddamn minute. It took me a minute to stop and think. And that's what I implore you to do. Stop and fucking think, man. This is our humanity at stake. Why do we treat those worse than us? Because of the pigment in their fucking skin? Who even thought of that, man? Who even thought, I'm gonna hate John today because his pigment is darker than my own? If you don't think that's fucking ridiculous, man, there is something fucking wrong with you. This cycle, this repetitive and toxic cycle needs to stop. There needs to be police reform, yes, but there needs to be a reform on fucking humanity. I live in York, Pennsylvania. I'm gonna put that out there. And I will say that our mayor has marched with us every single time. He has spoke every single time, and he is a white man. And I will also say that I'm proud of our police commissioner because he too marches with us every single time and speaks to us every single time. And our commissioner happens to be a black man. Every single protest we have had has been protested in peace. Our city is not being burnt down. The riots, unnecessary. We see you. We hear you. We are there and we are fighting for you. Every single white person in this world has white privilege. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you're from, how much money you have, and it took me a minute to get that too. I grew up in the city. I grew up in Baltimore City. No money, broke. And I still live in a city. I live in York City. Still broke. And I wondered, how does white privilege apply to me? I get no privileges in this fucking world. But if you stop and think, I get pulled over by the police for speeding, let's say, or broken tail light. Which I have. The police are going to tell me, don't worry, ma'am, have a nice day. Or here's your ticket, ma'am. You have a good day. Get that tail light fixed within 7 to 10 business days, right? Now imagine if I wasn't white. Imagine what the story would be then. Let me beat the fuck out of you because you have a broken tail light and I ain't got nothing better to do. Because God knows I ain't solving crimes and I ain't solving murder, so I'm just gonna fuck you up today. Huh. There's your fucking white privilege. And I hate to sound so angry and I hate to sound so mean. But there should only be one race. We shouldn't be defined by our religion, the pigment of our skin. That's like me saying I hate you because you got long hair. What the fuck? I really hope that the world, in its solidarity, everywhere, gets it the fuck together. Because there's only one race. It is the human fucking race. I hope in 10, 20 years, there is no black or white or Jew or Latino. There's none of that bullshit. I hope that maybe if you have watched this and received my message, at least one person has received my message, you will stop and you will think and you will join the fight. You will stop You see a brother or sister get pulled over, stop your goddamn car. Pull out your phone. Let that officer know he is being recorded. You see a white officer kneeling on a black man's throat, suffocating that man to death, do a goddamn citizen's fucking arrest. Why are we watching executions? Live fucking executions. Like, what kind of world are we living in today? The land of the free, the home of the brave? Yeah, right. We are the home of the pussies. This isn't the land of the free. And wow, no. Black men and women ain't walking around in shackles that you can see. But after the stories that I've heard, seeing a 7-year-old get up and cry because she's scared to go outside, thinking she might fucking get shot, like, what the fuck, man? If you don't see what I'm seeing, there's something wrong with your humanity, and I'm not even kidding. I hope one person has received this message and one person really stops and thinks. This is a call to action. And I hope and I pray that you have been called to action. Use your fucking white privilege. Do something to help another person, regardless of their sex, their age, their gender, or their race. Stop. Stop and help. Stop this fucking insanity. There's one more point I'd like to make. I don't know if y'all knew, but in the Constitution, African Americans were regarded as 3/5 of a human being. 3/5. Think about that one. Soak it up. And don't worry, I'll be back. If you've watched this, I thank you. Share it with a friend. Toodles.